I was just sitting up here, and y'all probably can hear my GPS, so excuse it. Um, I got an appointment to make too, and I figure out how I'm gonna get there in time. Try this truck all up on the curb, honey. He ain't even in the road no more. But anyway, yeah, I was watching this clip earlier today, and the man was talking about, you know, how you give your time, like giving up your time or giving up yourself. And he was talking about givers and takers. And um, one of the things that he said is that givers are just as bad as takers. People who overgive is just as bad as takers. And I laughed because, I had said that once before. I said as much as givers want to be like, well, people just want to take. Well, they can't take if you don't give. So you're just as you're in that same boat with them. They're giving so much of them. They're taking so much because you're giving so much. And at the end of the day, even my best to be of service. However, what I won't do is I won't put myself in a place where I'm giving too much because I've done it. And after doing it so many years, I recognize that, hey, you're only hurting yourself at the end of the day. And the only person who's here to protect you is you. And, people always say that whole thing. People only do what you allow. And of course, you sit up there and you're like, well, what does that mean? What do you mean? Like, I'm not allowing them to da-da-da. But at the end of the day, you are. And it's this thing that when you put this boundary up and you are stopping people from, doing too much, you're stopping people from from taking advantage of you, or from, putting you in a place, allegedly putting you in a place where, you're overextending yourself. When you stop that, people start to get upset, they get angry, they get mad, they get jealous, they start to retaliate. Any of those negative things, if those things are happening to you, those are not your people. If people have a problem with you putting boundaries in place for yourself, if people have a problem with you saying, no, I can't do it, then those individuals who have that problem are not worried about you as a person, right? They're not invested in you, and they're not in a place where they're able to love you without necessarily needing you in that way. And so, of course, when you get into right alignment with individuals, people understand healthy boundaries. You say no, they may still ask you why or why not, right? Because of course, that's just a part of communication. So don't make it, because some people make it seem like you gotta say no and you gotta explain yourself and you ain't this. That's true if you don't feel like it. But sometimes people, when they hear you say no, especially if it's something that they feel that could be beneficial towards you, they may ask you why not, because sometimes you have to be pushed out of your comfort zone as well. So if you're the person that say, oh, I want my business to expand, I want to make, $1 million this year, I want to do X, Y, Z, and your friend is inviting you to a networking event, and you're saying, no, I don't want to go to the networking event, yeah, they probably are going to ask you why not. Because that event for you to network with different people is what's going to push you towards your goal. That's something that's going to help you be in community with other like-minded individuals, people who is going to get you out of your comfort zone, where you may be talking to other people who are, maybe interested in investing in your company, be interested in taking one of your courses, purchasing a book. That's an event that'll put you in right position. So yes, they may ask you why not, and then you may hit them up and say, oh, I'm tired. Sometimes you have to do shit you don't want to do when you don't want to do it, or do things that you do want to do when you don't want to do it. That's an investment sometimes that you have to make, but everybody's not set up for that, because some people feel like in order for you to get what you really want, that everything is going to be easy breezy, there's not going to be any troubles, any struggles, whatever it may be. And that's not necessarily true at all. Some of the best things come from struggle. It comes from trauma. It comes from tragedy. Not to say that you have to go through those things, because I know a lot of people who did not go through anything that was particularly bad, or what have you. I've met people who, I'm listening to their story, they listening to my story, and they was just, they had their hands up like, I could never. But of course, again, and again, everybody's meant for a different journey, and my journey isn't for everyone else. Everyone else's journey isn't for me. And one thing about it is, I know that for me, my belief is that I chose this, and if I chose it, I can handle it, and I can look at it, and I can have perspective. In order for me to maneuver quickly, and I believe in alignment. I did a whole year where my word was alignment, and I believe that I am in right alignment, and when I am in right alignment, I'll meet the right people who will help me get to where it is that I'm going, and who I can help motivate, inspire, and push to their next level, right, of greatness. So we have to take all these things in consideration. But just to go back to the main piece is, be aware and have discernment for yourself that you can't give to people what you're not giving you. Don't put yourself, if you're out here giving, don't put yourself in a predicament where you are giving so much of yourself to other people around you where your cup is empty. Because your cup should not be empty. Your cup should be in overflow. First, it is filled, and it is filled for you, meaning that you have to give you everything that you need in order for you to progress as an individual, progress as a person, be who you need to be, and you need to be cognizant of it and what it takes. And then, of course, everything that flows over, you're able to divvy out to the people that surround you. If you're in a place where people are asking you to always show up for them, hey, come to this event, and that event has nothing to do with you and your life, and you need to rest because you just went to your child's baseball game yesterday, your mama choir rehearsal, all this, whatever it is, your mama has to take care of your mama, and you're running yourself ragged, that one event, yeah, you can miss that event. And your friends say, yeah, I really wish I could support you, but tonight I just can't do it. And your friends will be like, okay, I understand. Or they say, well, what's happening, what's not? Hey, I've been going nonstop this week. This is my only day that I really have to rest. I gotta rest, because if not, I won't be able to do X, Y, Z, or whatever it is that you want to say to them. It's up to you how that is delivered and what you say. But just make sure that you're taking the time out for you. Your friends will understand. Well, maybe next time. Yeah, maybe next time. Whatever have you. If your friends don't understand that, chuck the deuces. Help them to understand that you're really not here for their pleasure. And sometimes you have to be, it may come off a little rude, and sometimes you might have to be a little rude, a little mean, or whatever it may be. But you have to make sure that you are not abandoning yourself anymore, right? That you're making right choices for you first. And then you're able to shift and make right choices and be in right spaces to support those who you love and who you want to be around. So hopefully that message delivers and sits and hits somebody who need it. Y'all, I'll probably be back live later today. I'll probably was tomorrow. Y'all know I've been doing this thing. I got so many ideas, y'all, and ain't started on nothing. So that's what I need to be doing. I have a couple series, like I told y'all, that I want to put out. I don't know. I'm getting to a point where I'm just gonna start doing stuff as I do it, and putting it out as I do it, because y'all already know I'm not here for perfection anymore. And I left my book. That I wanted to talk to y'all about. So that'll probably be next week. Oh, excuse me. All right, y'all. I'm out. I'm about to have a lovely day. That's what I'm about to do. All right. See y'all later. Have a good week and a good weekend. Love y'all.